serve any member while speaking or refuse to obey the orders of the council or its presiding officer. Any person making personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks or who shall become boisterous or disruptive during the council meeting shall be forthwith barred from further presentation to the council by presiding officer, unless permission to continue be granted by the presiding officer or the majority vote of the council. The Alberton Town Council reserves the right to amend these rules and procedures deemed necessary. All right, so we're going to start with the resolution for a $3 raise for the clerk, Nancy Tome. Before we get into discussion about that, it was brought up at the last meeting about the clerk being paid salary and not hourly. So we reached out to MMIA, the HR department, and the government center in Bozeman, the local government center. And I'm just going to read this of what we researched. During the interview and subsequent hiring of Nancy Tome, compensation was discussed as a specific hourly rate, and Nancy agreed on this hourly rate. It is a contract, and Nancy was hired under this agreement to be paid hourly, as were the prior two clerks, Tina Reinecke and Leslie Hottinger. The town clerk treasurer position in Alberton has been paid hourly since May of 2022. The town council, which is responsible for reviewing all financial matters for the town and its employees, has reviewed payroll records and rates monthly for years. According to the record, no comment regarding salary for town clerk had been made prior to Sharon Briggs mentioning it on October 7th meeting with the current clerk, Nancy Tome, asking council for a raise. So town council has effectively approved the payroll hourly rates since at least 2022, and with two prior clerks with no issue until that meeting. Leslie Hottinger, after 6 months of employment, was also given a $3 raise on March 7th of 2023 in a resolution signed by town council. Salary. I don't know why I couldn't say that word for a minute. Versus hourly rate change will affect all employees' benefits such as vacation, sick leave, retirement, and etc. It will involve a significant amount of time to sort out legal appropriation of the prior and future benefits paid to the employee. HR stated that it would be a complex problem to figure out since all of the benefits are paid out based on employees' hourly wage. To change an employee from hourly rate to a salary rate, I don't know why I cannot say that word, for a part-time position could qualify as an adverse employment action. Since it was not based on merit, to switch midstream without any employment-related offenses or disciplinary issues could expose the town to a large risk of a lawsuit based on motivation of harassment. Harassment is a serious legal consequence for the town if this suddenly switched with no merit. This switch can only occur at this time if it is based on non-discriminatory reasons, like changes in the town's employment structure, or with a record of disciplined actions taken. Neither has happened here. In addition, the nature of the position of the town clerk treasurer is that the hours often have large swings from one week to the next, according to the Federal Labor Standards Act. Because this position falls below the level of exemption for federal and state minimum wage and overtime rates, a part-time salary with these swing in hours opens the town up for being in violation of the minimum wage requirement by state and federal laws, while also qualifying the position for time and a half to be paid for hours worked over 40. This law favors the employee over the employer, and the town will have to pay overtime and could also violate state and federal laws if the swings fall below minimum wage. This is why most smaller Montana towns pay hourly for part-time clerk positions. Most do not use salary. It is recommended by several people at the MMIA that in order to best remedy this salary versus hourly position, and because it is such a complex issue, it is to keep the clerk at an hourly rate of compensation. In addition, the town should start the process of amending the current ordinance to reflect the hourly wages as a form of compensation for the town clerk treasurer position that will bring the town into compliance with the ordinance.
Clarification.
I have not called public comment yet. Hold on. And then, does council have any comments on what is discussed about so, like moving forward at next town council meeting, just maybe moving it to hourly instead, amending the ordinance to move it to hourly instead of,
I think that makes more sense.
yeah, so
For
we're
sure.
not retracting and opening a lawsuit.
Well, I did read up on it, and they were given a $3 raise, but that was after Leslie took a
Notary class
notary.
about her notary, Nancy
Right.
has her notary and her stamp.
Okay, so did we
We
get
just-
notification of
We
that?
just got the stamp in last week.
Okay,
So
Passed the
she was
class
going to
weeks
announce
ago.
it as soon as the stamp was in.
okay.
And
And,
that's the reason of asking for the $3
okay,
raise.
all right.
Does council have any? Okay, we'll open this up to public comment before council makes a decision for the raise. Is there any public comment?
I have a question.
Okay,
The ordinance that you were referring to in what
Can
you
you state
just
your
read,
can you state your name for the audio?
Lorraine Faustet,
Okay,
the ordinance that you were referring to in what you just read is a town ordinance, an MMIA ordinance.
it's just a town ordinance, it's
It's a
not an
town.
MMIA. MMIA suggests amending the ordinance.
Alberton town ordinance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, thank you. I didn't hear that when you
Gotcha.
read that it was, and what is that ordinance?
It states.
Does it have a number or it's payroll ordinance?
I don't have it right in front of me, it's an
Yeah,
ordinance
I may
book on
have
the
it.
website.
Let me check, I may have it.
Thank you, Nancy.
No.
Yeah, I guess for a narrative like that, you would maybe include what ordinance you were referring to. That's what I'm asking for clarification. Thank you.
Two 1-7.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It sounds as though it's
Yes.
Karen Wolfhard, NBC. It sounds as though that's where Sharon got the idea that Nancy was salaried, not hourly, was from that ordinance.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
And I freely admit I made a mistake. I
Well,
went through all of the minutes, and I did notice that Leslie got a $3 an hour raise at the same time as Ingrid. And so I do apologize, Nancy.
Thank you.
I was
I'll
under the
accept, thank
impression that we were kind of in a violation because it was supposed to be salary.
It's totally okay. Thank you.
Okay, and I apologize.
do I have any other public comment? Yes, Karen?
in my conversation too, because Sharon and I are friends, I'm friends with most of you guys. She said Nancy works her fatty off for this town. She works overtime, she works all this. So to somebody not knowing what was going on, they might think she's picking on Nancy, but she really isn't. She was trying to straighten the hourly salary out. It's nothing.
It was just flagged as an ordinance issue from the book,
Right,
Yeah.
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 which we've been finding lots of those.
Yeah,
It's
Mhm.
fixed from
Battling
time
them
to time.
as we come across them. All right, any other public comment?
I have something to say. Now, we came here on the basis of increasing them in wage. Did we want to discuss trying to fit a little more into the budget to carry them for a better hourly wage? That was something I had a lot of interest towards.
May I comment?
Yes.
We put in $3 raise for me and $3 raise for Charlie in the budget. Anything more than that, we'd have to discuss, but it's already in
Right.
there.
But we were gonna discuss.
Yeah.
Because I do think, and Sharon had mentioned it, I agree that, you know, when we talk about this and what Charlie's done, especially through this project, it's like lots of stuff. I just think he deserves a little more.
Yeah,
Like, we
I
need to take
believe
care of the people that take care of the town, because
Yeah,
we all know that's a rough wage right now, even, you know.
I believe
$3.
he's gone up
I'd like to see no less
beyond
than
his.
5, personally.
So we would have to have a special meeting for a raise to 5.
I think if we decided different, we just go and amend the budget, don't we?
Yeah, we have to amend the
I
budget.
just saw that, you know, we're doing well, there's been some extra money. And like, right, we're doing well, we've been in the green. Did that
Yes.
change? Yes. No?
We're kind of waiting until the chips fall with the last bit of this water project. That
Gotcha.
we committed to paying a couple $100,000
Yep,
on the back end of this. That has been sitting in our account all along. And that was done in 2020 or 2021, long before I got here. So we're kind of just evaluating where all the chips fall before
Okay.
we go a little, you know.
sure.
Before I heard that, I was good. But I just kind of at this point we can always add more down the road if you want to do that.
Like, what if we did the $3 raise now and say you guys approved Charlie as manager in like a month or so after him being manager,
Like he has a
reevaluating?
probationary period or
Yeah.
something like that. Not that we're gonna demote you.
Just to give a little more time to sort it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also came across the evaluations, employee evaluations. We're supposed to be evaluating every
Yeah,
employee.
and I have to give them a 6-month notice, which I have already done, so December is when I can do the evaluations.
Okay.
I would like to speak on Nancy's behalf as well. I'm Charlie Jenkins. What I would say is Nancy is she's not in the public eye nearly as much like as I am. And so I feel like what I've witnessed in this last year, especially with this water project, like she has overcome all kinds of things. And if there's ever anything that I need, it's instant, especially in terms of like, you know, I wrote down, she's like a super team player and understands the necessity, and especially in terms of emergency situations. It's like,
We're very lucky to have you both.
Yeah.
I fully agree.
And I feel the same for Nancy as I feel for you.
Okay.
I think we need to figure that out. Both sides.
Yeah. And with the title change though, I think that more money's due Charlie.
We'll work on it.
I mean, and he's Johnny on the spot all the time. I mean, people have his phone number so they can call him. So, yeah.
Okay, do we have any more public comment before we move on to Nancy's resolution for a $3 raise? All right. Would you guys like me to read the resolution out loud? Like,
Yeah, they don't have it.
all right, make sure I'm grabbing the right. Okay. Whereas the town council of the town, no, that's a old one. You got the right one. I was reading an old one.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, whereas the town council of the town of Alberton, Montana, together at the town council meeting on October 14, 2025, whereas the council agreed to approve the wage increase for $3 for the town clerk treasurer Nancy Tome. Therefore, it be resolved that the Alberton Town Council has approved the increase in wages for the town clerk treasurer. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve the resolution for Nancy's $3 raise.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Nancy, you have a $3 raise.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to, I'm just going to put this together, the approval for the job description for manager title for Matthew Jenkins and the resolution $3 raise. So let's just,
It's on there together.
huh?
It's on there together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna clump those two together. Oh, that's all together, the resolution, okay. Yeah, it's only 2 lines, so I was like, yeah. All right, has everybody had a chance to look over the position description?
Yes.
Is there anything that you guys feel should be altered or?
I don't think so.
Did you wanna put that in or not?
I don't know if like it really needs to be
Changed.
I was thinking more, instead of direction, more like reports to the mayor of Alberton, under the supervision received. Because is like the mayor really directing you on like your day-to-day tasks, or are you more like telling the mayor what you do during the
It's
day?
more telling.
Right, yeah.
So
it's-
maybe like you report to the mayor, or like something along those lines, similar verbiage, but maybe just not like under direction of, because you definitely know what you need to do in your day.
Sure.
So works under the policy guidance and reports to the mayor of Alberton. I like that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's it's definitely both too, though. Like, you know, when we do speak to Anna and she receives comments from the public or whatever, and she's like, hey, there's this or there's that.
Okay.
And it's like, those things are noted as well. It's,
Okay.
you know, things that,
So the
I never
guidance,
heard of it.
direction, and reports to.
sure.
Okay.
That's the one thing I noticed that. Is there anything you noticed, Sharon?
No. So he reports to you,
Yeah, which all the
And
employees
then
still
it-
report to me, but
right?
gives me the.
And so, like, Nancy's not his supervisor?
No,
Okay,
no, Nancy is her own entity.
okay.
I'm Nancy's supervisor.
I think that's great.
And there's still in there, you know, coming to the town meetings, like that doesn't change, it's still reporting to the council as well. You know, like it's not just isolated to the mayor, you know.
Yeah. Still doing pretty much what you're doing.
Yeah,
Right.
Just with the title.
we have a nice big time. I'm proud of you, Sharon. If that matters.
Alright, do I have any public comment before I read Charlie's resolution for a raise and title change? Alright, so I will read Charlie's resolution and title change and just get the note out here. Alright, Town Council of Town of Alberton, Montana, together at the Town Council meeting on October 14th, 2025. Whereas the Town Council agreed to change Matthew Jenkins' job description to that of Public Works / Wastewater Manager. Whereas the council agreed to approve the wage increase of $3 for the wastewater operator for Matthew Jenkins. Therefore, it be resolved that the Alberton Town Council has approved the job description change and the increase of wage for Matthew Jenkins. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution and title change?
I'll first.
Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, you are the manager and you got a raise. And then we'll work on amending at the next meeting. Also, before we close this meeting out, the technical next town council meeting is on voting day, so, I was thinking we should probably move the town council meeting to a week later, because don't you do the,
I can't this year,
oh,
because I'm on the ballot.
Oh,
And they have shortened it to only 3 people because they made that big mistake and voting doesn't start till noon, it ends at, I can't remember.
8 p.m.
So they have less judges.
so do you guys wanna just keep it on voting day then? I just thought, I didn't even think about how you're on the ballot.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it being on the 4th, I don't still.
I'm fine with the 4th.
Okay.
There's a chance I might not be here. I'm working out of town. So that'll be a thing soon, so I might be gone.
And Marvin won't be on
Just
the ballot.
forewarning.
So he could be here.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do I have a vote, or do I have any public comment for anything that doesn't regard, this meeting? Or the items in this meeting? Yes.
Maureen Felstead, I have a question in regards to building permits. Is it public knowledge who has a building permit in the town of Alberton?
That is a good question. Do we?
And so if I had a question of if a person does have a building permit, I could ask that tonight, or would that
I
be
don't
better?
think that
Should
has
be
to be
during
public
business,
knowledge.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
I don't believe it has to be public knowledge.
for me to ask the question?
No, for like the public to have access to see if anyone has a
People's
permit.
building permits.
I feel like that could be like a breach of,
Yeah,
just like personal.
How is that a breach when,
it's a personal transaction. It wouldn't really have anything to do with the town unless they were building out of ordinance.
right, that's why I'm asking if, what is the definition of who is required to have a building permit?
So if you feel like something's out of ordinance, I would go into the town office during business hours and explain your concerns with Nancy. And then that way she can look into it and make sure everything's being followed as it needs to be done.
And may I get the answer then? If I say, okay, so-and-so I see is building a something, does it require a building permit? And then she could say yes or no, or,
I think for general knowledge, needing to know if something requires a building permit, I
uh-huh,
just don't know if I would have to look into to see if that's something we can like give if they have a building permit or not.
okay. Could we have that on the agenda at the October meeting? Should that be an appropriate conversation for the community?
I don't feel like it is.
Well, because we don't have to vote on it.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to
There's
vote on
nothing
it,
to
so
vote on.
does it need
It's-
to be an agenda
It would
item?
just be something if you wanted to read for yourself.
Okay,
Yeah, so we just touch base and we can look into it and I can have an answer for you at next meeting.
I mean,
okay.
it might even be in the ordinance book, would it not be? You know, if it's
Anything
public-
should
public
be,
knowledge.
any violations, it's
Yeah.
all public knowledge in there.
Yeah.
That's so you just said it's not public knowledge, but now it is public knowledge.
No, the
It's public
ordinance.
knowledge if you wanted to
The
read about what the
ordinances.
ordinances are. Is there a subject that you're upset about right now that you want to talk to us about?
no, I just wanted to understand what the ordinance is for a building permit. And I understood the book is no longer available in the library, the
It's
only,
already been
Well,
brought back.
another thing, there's a lot of permits that aren't required in Mineral County like they are in Missoula County. So there's a series of things that people do not need building permits for.
right,
It
and I,
would just be solely related to anything from the ordinance book, the
right.
way I understand it.
nothing-
So,
So that's
And the-
called out in the.
yeah, so,
Good, that's what I'm curious
And
about.
nothing in the zoning has been changed by council to be updated,
Uh-huh.
so the zoning is still the same.
And so council approves zoning changes as well as approves of
The town
building
clerk
permits?
approves zoning changes, unless it needs to have a variance done, then it goes to council, or if it's questionable.
Okay, so like for instance, the one that we talked about at the last meeting where Josh changed the classification of that property from commercial to now single family,
right,
did that require the council then to change
It was
that official?
It was questionable, and so that's why we brought it to council, and then Andy set us straight.
I'm
that it was
talking
still
about
zoned.
when it changed from commercial
Oh, that was done with the county.
years ago. That was with the county, okay.
Yes.
So
And-
is that clear in the ordinances then, when something is county jurisdiction versus council? That's where there kind of seems to be a gray area to me to
Right.
understand that.
And no, I think that one was done through council too, it was just before, what was it?
I'd like to say something. The ordinance are available online, all of them, so you can look them up yourself and read and see what specific things you want to find.
On the town webpage?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so everything's
Thank
on
you.
there. Yeah, no, so it's for, everybody can access it, anytime. Every ordinance is on there, just like they are in a book or something. And so they have a lot of that specific stuff, like if you want to go look at it and what you're looking for, you can pull those up and put them in.
Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
And what I believe on that specific situation is it was because the original lot was divided.
Yeah,
Yes.
And so because of the square footage being shrank,
right,
it changed it, like it is no longer like a commercial,
viable as
Size.
commercial, right.
either one of them.
Andy said that,
Yeah,
right,
within
right,
splitting it,
yes,
you have to have X amount of square feet for it to
right,
be in that category.
right. Change the classification, the
Right.
zoning classification, yes, yes.
Right.
I got that from last meeting, yeah. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, cool.
All right,
I appreciate
do we have any other public comment? All right, do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll first.
All in favor?
All in favor? Our meeting is adjourned at 7:29. About even 30 minutes.
You can,
See, what
I got some wind.
this old glitter.
Wind
Very
at
good.
my back.
There you go.
Congratulations, both of you.
No,
Thank you.
Yeah.
exactly. Personal related, so, but if there was like an address in question, you could go look at the ordinance book. And
Yes, 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 yes.
pinpoint whatever it is that you're looking for,
And then they go to Nancy and be like,
okay?
this person has.
If your fence is too tall or something.
Yeah,